Welcome parents and parents-to-be to my 8 top tips to have a positive birth experience. I know that preparing for your birth can feel a bit daunting at times, and that you may have heard some pretty awful birth stories while pregnant. However, the more you know, the less you fear, and the more prepared for your birth you are, the better that birth experience will be. My name is Melanie. I'm an antenatal hypnobirthing teacher, a senior hypnotherapist, an EFT tapping practitioner, and a mum to 3 great kids. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified when I post up new content. And if you find this video helpful, do share it with your pregnant friends. My first tip today is to carefully choose your best birth partner. This person will be with you throughout your labour and birth. They need to be informed about birth, have learned hypnobirthing techniques with you if you are following hypnobirthing, and be unafraid to ask for what you want and need from your birth practitioners on the day. They need to be confident enough to step into a strong support role and to care for you both physically and mentally throughout the entire birth. They need to know how to make great decisions, how to look after you with food, drink, and toilet breaks, and to give you encouragement when you need it. This is an intimate role to take on. You need to feel comfortable around this person physically so that you can feel safe and unobserved. Don't be polite or nice about choosing your birth partner. You can certainly skill someone up on birth, but only you know if you feel comfortable and safe around them. My second top tip is to choose the best location for you to give birth in. And this isn't necessarily a hospital. You have the choice of an obstetric unit, usually used when we know that either mum or baby are poorly or needing extra care or a medically led birth. A midwife-led unit. That is the go-to for mums-to-be who are having a fairly straightforward birth and want a less medical-looking environment for their birth. Some of the midwife-led units look like spas with dim lighting, fairy lights, birth pools, birth balls, and mats on the floor. Or you can birth at home. And depending upon where you live, either with a hospital midwife team or a privately hired midwife team. No transfers required, all your own things around you, and tea and toast in bed with your baby when you're all done. It's been proven that home birth is just as safe as a hospital birth for your baby, and actually safer for you, assuming that you are having a straightforward pregnancy and in a country with a well-integrated healthcare system. And I'll link you to a large study on that below. Third top tip, create the best environment for you to give birth in, irrespective of where you are giving birth. Bright lights are a no-no. Think like a house cat. You need dim lighting, quiet, a sense of safety and solitude. No interruptions. I often say to my clients that if you could have sex in that space or do a poo in that space, then you can birth in that space. So have a good think about that now. It's the same hormones and physical comfort that are required. 4. Understand how birth works. We tend to panic when we feel sensations or pain and don't know what is actually happening. So learn about what is physically taking place every time you feel a surge, a contraction. If you know what your body is doing, then you will feel calmer and far more confident throughout the process. And don't stop at just your baby being born. Learn about your wonderful placenta too, as you will need to birth that after your baby. 5. Learn skills to remain calm. The reason why hypnobirthing is so popular is that it not only gives you a huge overview on labour and birth, but gives you skills and drills to manage the sensations and pain of each and every surge. It recognises that panic increases pain, and that if we reduce fear and panic, then we can learn to lean in to our births. This in turn makes you feel more powerful, more confident, and far more in control. So don't forget that we have an excellent online hypnobirthing course over on our website. Tip number 6, have a birth plan. When you have all of this knowledge and learning that we've already covered, then you will be able to start work on your birth plan. And don't let anyone tell you that you can't plan birth, because how you wish to navigate your birth is entirely up to you. The brilliance of a birth plan is that you're not just researching and planning one type of birth. You will have your option A plan, but then you will also have your options B, C, and D should you need them. I can plan my weekend. I can plan my house extension. I can plan my haircut. And I can plan my career. But I'm old enough now to know that not all of my plans may come to fruition, but they are the map by which I will start and navigate each experience. Your hospital and birth team will have a birth plan for you and for every woman that walks through their door. So stake your claim, put the research and the work in. And if you would like to know more about creating a birth plan, do visit the website at betterbirthstories.com to download our free birth planner pack. 7. Take an eye mask and headphones if you're birthing in hospital. There will be bright lights as you arrive and walk about, and these will interfere with your wonderful birth hormones. So don't let interruptions slow you down. Pop on an eye mask. Your birth partner can direct you where to go. And put your headphones in with your hypnobirthing tracks or favourite music playing. You can also take some essential oils like clary sage on a tissue with you, as hospitals do have a certain smell that you might find upsetting or distracting. This will help to create your own perfect birth bubble, wherever you are giving birth. And my last tip, number 8. If you are being offered induction of labour, make sure that you are being offered it in an individualised way for you. Induction absolutely changes birth, how it works, how it feels, and how you will heal. It is a huge decision to make and needs to be made with valid, up-to-date, honest, and individualised information. I've covered induction in other videos on our channel, and we also cover it in our hypnobirthing course. Induced birth is not the same as physiological birth. Some women will be really pleased that they chose induction. Other women will regret that decision for a very, very long time. So please don't take it lightly. Go and read up and learn some more on the subject. And I'll tag my favourite books on the subject below. So that brings us to the end. I do hope that you have found these tips helpful. Do let me know how you are getting on below. And I wish you a simply wonderful birth.